Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, is dealing with the first effect of his head trauma. He believes that rest and recovery will soon follow, which is why he wants his condition to remain secret and his outlook on life to be renewed. But viewers saw a recent teaser scene where John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, learns sobering news. It appears that Liam's recent fainting spells, which resulted in a brain bleed diagnosis, are linked to an inoperable tumor. That shocker sheds an entirely different daytime light. A storyline that could have been wrapped nicely within a handful of weeks instead shifts in a hard direction. So an imminent release and rehabilitation aren't happening. Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Misinswood, was disgusted when Liam relayed that he and his father were fighting at the mansion. She believed that caused Liam intense stress and led to his initial collapse in the living room. So any assumptions about Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, being tagged for a physical assault have been put to rest. That's good, because a tale that involved him being accused of a crime would have been logically dismissed due to the lack of physical evidence. Of course, if Dollar Bill retained the video and audio equipment in his home that was used when he and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, tried to trap the then Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, he would have been cleared. Thankfully, that story won't be told. Another angle that doesn't appear to be played is a revival of romance between Steffy and Liam. That feels unlikely because of Finn's inclusion in the loop. Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, is assigned to Liam's case. But Finn is a consultant, so he's involved and okay with Steffy's connection. Finn is grateful that Steffy found Liam and wants to be part of the effort to aid his recovery. Writing Novlan's character into this storyline was also necessary so that he could be part of the chilling next diagnosis. Fans are always happy to see Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, return to the cast. This good doctor is also included in the case, expanding the circle of those in the know as Liam's condition shifts from heightened concern to deadly serious. Deacon Sharp's, Sean Cannon, desire to help his daughter navigate a tumultuous period included good advice. He's never been a Liam fan but has realized that man loves his daughter, Hope Logan. Annika Noel, she responded to her father's advice by telling him that she's started to worry. Liam hasn't been in contact with their daughter, as he regularly has been. So the setup appears clear. Hope will attempt to make contact and then ask questions if Steffy or Finn push back. It feels like Hope will soon learn about Liam's condition. She's no longer tied to Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, which leaves her open to support Liam in his time of need. The early morning sun gleamed over the sprawling Forrester estate as Liam Spencer stood by the French doors in Steffy's living room, sipping coffee, staring into the garden. His face bore a quiet intensity. The past few weeks had been grueling, filled with missteps, confusion, and the kind of emotional tailspin only the Forresters and Logans could fully appreciate. But today, Liam had clarity. The secret he's been guarding. What no one knew. What Liam had managed to conceal even from his closest allies, was a recent diagnosis that changed his perspective on everything. After a dizzy spell at Spencer Publications a month ago, he quietly visited his doctor. The tests came back revealing a benign, a potentially dangerous brain aneurysm. Not immediately life-threatening, but serious enough to warrant major life reflection. Liam chose not to tell anyone, not Bill, not Wyatt, not Hope, especially not Steffy. Why? Because for the first time in years, he was re-evaluating his role in everyone's life. He wasn't going to fall back into old patterns, running between women, blaming others for the whiplash of his indecision. This diagnosis was a jolt to his system. Now he realized, if his days were numbered, even hypothetically, he wanted to live with integrity, purpose, and love, not regret and confusion. The first opportunity? Forgiveness, and oddly enough, it would start with Thomas Forrester. Thomas' return. Unlikely allies. After spending several weeks in Paris with Douglas, Thomas returned to Los Angeles looking more grounded than ever. His time away had given him clarity too. He walked into Forrester Creations not with arrogance, but with grace, recommitted to his son, his designs, and surprisingly, a desire to avoid unnecessary drama. So when Liam spotted him at Il Giardino one morning, sipping espresso and sketching a new line, he didn't feel contempt. He felt understanding. Liam approached him cautiously. "I need to talk to you," he said. Thomas raised a brow, setting down his pencil. "About what? Steffi? Hope? No. About us. About all the years we spent blaming each other. I don't have the energy for that anymore." Thomas blinked. "Okay, is this a trap?" Liam smirked. "No. It's a white flag." The two men talked for nearly an hour about the past, their failures, and ultimately their shared concern for the women they both loved, in very different ways. For the first time, Thomas saw Liam not as a rival, but as a man trying to do better. When Liam stood to leave, he extended his hand. "No more games. Let's be better. For Douglas. For Steffi. For Hope." Thomas shook it. Deal. Hope's new chapter. And a surprising reaction. Back at Forrester Creations, Hope Logan was thriving in a different way. Her new line was getting strong buzz, and her creative energy was in full force. But emotionally, she remained in a quiet limbo. Her affair with Thomas was over, mutually, calmly, without scandal. But the wound Liam left still lingered. So when Liam surprised her with flowers and an apology that was free of expectation, Hope was stunned. "I don't want to get back together, Hope," he said gently. "Not because I don't love you, but because I need to fix myself before I'm good for anyone else. I just wanted to say I'm proud of you, and I'm sorry." Hope's eyes welled with tears. Not sad tears, but tears of recognition. "Thank you, Liam. That means more than you know." His honesty sparked something in her, a reminder of why she loved him, yes, but more so, a quiet acceptance that their chapters could be written without resentment. She watched him walk away with grace, and for the first time, she didn't feel like chasing him. Steffi's concern, and a glimmer of love. Steffi, however, had a harder time letting go of concern. She noticed Liam's sudden shifts, his calm demeanor, his desire to fix old relationships, his lack of romantic pursuit. And it didn't sit right with her. Something was off. "Are you dying?" she asked bluntly one night after he stopped by to see Kelly. He laughed but paused when he saw the fear in her eyes. "No," he said. "But I did get news that made me re-examine things." "What kind of news?" she demanded. He hesitated. "Health stuff. Nothing fatal, but enough to make me realize I need to make changes." She stepped closer, touching his arm. "You're scaring me, Liam." "I'm okay, I promise. But Steffi, I spent so long trying to choose between the women in my life that I never truly chose myself. I want to be someone our daughter can be proud of, not someone who keeps repeating old patterns." Steffi nodded, her emotions swirling. She still loved him. That was undeniable. But something about his new energy scared her. Not because he was distant, but because he finally seemed at peace, and she didn't know what that meant for them. Bill's involvement, fatherly concern. Bill Spencer wasn't blind to Liam's change either. At Spencer Publications, he noticed his son delegating more, working less, and even suggesting Wyatt take on larger leadership roles. One afternoon, he cornered him in the office. "What the hell is going on, Liam?" Liam sighed. "I just realized life's too short to stay chained to the desk all day." Bill folded his arms. "This is about more than work. Spill it." "I had a health scare. I'm okay now, but it forced me to reprioritize. I want to be present, not just successful. I want to make amends. Be a better father, brother, son." Bill stared at him a long moment. "You sound like someone who's finally grown up." "I'm trying." "Good. But just know, whatever it is, you don't have to carry it alone." That father-son moment became a touchstone for Liam, proof that vulnerability wasn't weakness, it was connection. The unexpected offer. As if the universe were listening, an unexpected offer landed in Liam's lap. Brooke Logan approached him with an idea. "I want to start a foundation," she explained. "Something for mental health awareness. You've been through a lot. You know the toll it takes." Liam raised an eyebrow. "Why me?" "Because you're relatable, and because you've grown." At first, he hesitated. It was a huge responsibility. But as he mulled it over, he realized this was what he needed. Purpose beyond romantic entanglements and business deals. He accepted. The foundation launch would be in a few weeks. And Liam, clean-shaven, confident, centered, would give the keynote. A new woman in town. Meanwhile, rumors swirled at Il Giardino of a new Forrester intern, smart, mysterious, with a British accent and a bold sense of fashion. Her name? Ilara Donovan. She caught Liam's eye when they bumped into each other near the design floor. He apologized for nearly knocking over her coffee. She laughed, brushing her fiery auburn hair back. "No harm done, but I charge a coffee tax." Their banter was natural. Easy. For the first time in a long while, Liam felt a spark that wasn't complicated by history or heartbreak. Just intrigue. Ilara was witty, sharp, and totally unimpressed by the Forrester drama. As he walked away, he smiled to himself. Maybe this was the start of something entirely new. Hope's proposal, not what you'd expect. Just as Liam began considering new paths, Hope invited him to dinner, not a date, but a proposition. "I want you to co-design a capsule line," she said. "Not as a couple, but as partners." Liam blinked. "I'm not a designer." "You know, but you have vision and heart. This line is about second chances. I think it should come from both of us." He considered it, intrigued. It wasn't about romance, it was about storytelling. Hope wanted to use fashion to tell the tale of healing. And Liam? He was ready to contribute to that story. Conclusion. A man renewed. Liam's secret diagnosis may never come to light publicly. It may remain a private motivator, a hidden catalyst for his rebirth. But the result is visible. He's no longer the torn man caught between Hope and Steffi. He's not the directionless Spencer son afraid of stepping up. He's not the guilt-ridden father constantly second-guessing. He's Liam Spencer, refocused, resilient, and ready to face whatever comes next. And as the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer worlds keep spinning, one thing is clear. Liam's renewed outlook has created endless opportunities. Some romantic, some redemptive, some completely unexpected, but all filled with possibility. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.